Alright, so I haven't done a video in a minute. I'm kind of behind on that. I actually made a few. They're still in editing, which I'm having a difficult time edit. Uh, but I thought I would do this video on the Big 3 upgrade. Now, my Big 3 upgrade is not a kit that I ordered. I wasn't really thrilled with what I was reading about some of the kits that are only 4 gauge. I ordered 2 gauge, and I actually ordered two 5-foot 2 gauge with 3/8 or 5/16 terminal ends on them, and this will replace this black one will replace the ground to the block, which actually I don't like the position they show that they ground the Big 3 in the front. To me that looks a little messy. And then this will replace the alternator to the fusible link. These are 5 feet. If these are not long enough, I guess I made a mistake. These should be plenty long enough. I got some zip ties, and I already replaced the negative cable, which I will show you in just a second, with another 2 gauge cable with a 5/16 terminal ring, and then I ended up just putting a battery cable on the end, which what I did was I bought a battery cable and bought a battery cable end like this. I drilled out the center, and then I mushed it on with a vise. I put some solder on it, but then I realized that lead terminals, really can't solder lead terminals because they'll melt. And now I'll just show you the upgrade. Here is my terminal. I just ended up putting this, whatever this lead is here, right here. And then you see I mushed it. It doesn't look as pretty as I wanted to. I suppose I could sand that to make it smooth. And then I ran it down through that pickup and then bring it back around right up to where it went originally on this stud here. As you can see, here it is. Let the camera adjust for the light. You can see the route. You can see it there. See? So there's the part of the Big 3. Now, I'm not going to show you the full installation of this, but I'm definitely going to run. I gotta stand over here because of the light. The sun is shining down this way. There we go. So I'm not going to show the full installation. I will show you this piece here, and then I will show you the finish. Basically, you're just going to put the red on the alternator, and the black I'm going to ground. In my investigation, there actually is a ground going to the back of the engine, and it's right either on the starter mounting bolt or next to the starter. I didn't look that closely, but I seen it there when I was underneath the car, and that's where I will run my negative from the front to the block back there, because I don't want it in the front of the engine on the cylinder head like they show. I just, for some reason, I don't want it there. And I mean, you know, just that one cable there alone has been on for a day. I've noticed an improvement in the electrical system. Hopefully this really juices it up really good. But we'll let you know on that in a future video. And I'm going to stop this here and then edit them together, hopefully. My editing skills have kind of lax because I wasn't using that software very much. But hopefully this works in the editing. And otherwise there'll be 2 videos for this, just to make it quick. And I hope to post these tonight. Alright, so this will be the second part of the video. and I'm going to show you what I did. Put my watch back on. Alright, sorry about that. I just wanted to get my watch back on. So I'm idling and you can hear the engine running. So, and I got my big cable. I determined that I can't fully remove this because it's also the cable that provides power to the starter. So I will be making a one cable. Unfortunately, I can't really show you. Maybe I can get down in there. I doubt it. Well, anyway, from the back of the alternator, the cable has like a splice in it of some kind where it hooks to the starter. It's the positive to the starter, and then it also has the charge lead off up to this cable right here. So I'll get a very short section of cable and put two 5/16 ring terminals on there, and I'll go from the alternator over to the starter, and then I'll be able to not worry about having this taped up here, and I'll probably just tuck it underneath the battery tray at that point, because I won't worry about it arcing onto something. Right now I'm going to keep it right there. Should be nice and safe. It's taped up really well, but open up my thing, went right on. This fits right in there nicely, oddly enough, and run it right down, trace the tray around, tie it. You can see where it's tied there. Run it around. It pretty much follows the factory harness. It's tied in. There's no loose areas. Well, the ground is a little extra long, but it's tied up really tight. And the easiest way to get at it, unless the intake manifold is off, is from underneath. So I had some handy ramps, had the car up, get at it, and I got my negative. I got all my negatives. This is the factory thick one that goes somewhere, and then I got my battery and my ground going off to the engine back there. And I'll have one here. You know, I really didn't want it there. I mean, I already got these O2 leads. One's the factory, one's my wideband. I don't know if the factory one is even supposed to be there. That's where it was. I was probably supposed to be tucked underneath all them hoses, but I guess I could tie them to the hose with some Velcro. I don't want to use anything permanent. I don't want to use a cable tie. I'll have to cut it. Use some Velcro and put it right there, but whatever. Figure that out later. That's not super. But yep, there's the big 3 upgrade. 1, 2, 3 cables. I guess it'll be the big 4 when I'm done, because I didn't realize this was also providing positive power to the starter. I was like, that's real brilliant of them to set it up where the cable provides the charge and all that. I mean, I suppose it's not bad, but it should have been thicker. You know, it really should have been a thicker cable. And so that's the big 3. That's what people have been, what they've been doing with the big 3. My big 3 is actually big cable. Use a 2-gauge cable, and you know, it comes out really nice. It's idling pretty smooth. But yeah, you know, that's the upgrade right there. And you really don't need a lot of stuff. I did the whole job with a 13 and the 10 millimeter I just dropped. So the 10 is for the studs in the front, and the 13 is for everywhere else. The fusible link terminal, the alternator, and the ground on the back of the engine. It is on the starter. It's a little tricky to get to, but it's a nice clean install. 13 and a 10, some diagonal cutters to cut your zip ties. You know, pretty straightforward. Nice little wire upgrade. We'll see what impact it has on the electrical system, if any. We'll make a future video on that, as I stated in the first part of the video, which I'm going to mush together anyway in editing. So that'll do it. If you like this video, like, subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. I'm trying to get to a point where I can start doing giveaways. I got a neat giveaway that's coming up, hopefully, if I can get more subscribers. I don't want to do it until I got enough subscribers though. But we'll see you in the next video.